you hate clips, why don't you just watch H3's videos in full? I told you, I will watch it right next to him. If he wants me to watch it, I'll watch it alongside him, baby. I'm not letting him make money off of things that he clips out of context. Once again, me reacting to it would then give him another opportunity to just cut clips out of context, as he has done since the video came out.
I mean,
if he wants to, he can debate me.
It's impressive how it's like
the rage bait is so easy it's crazy. Wait, what? Millionaire, by the way? Well, I'm confused. Why this is my favorite thing that haters do to me, where they're like, where they come in and they're like, people only watch you because you're hot, dude. You're a goddamn.
People only watch you because you're so fucking hot. Dude.
Yeah, you're so fucking hot.
Sexy.
You're a millionaire, dude.
Well,
people
fucking, like I want to respond. One thing, like having glanced at what was the aforementioned video in full that he wants you to watch. Like it's like three out of context children stacked in a trench coat and called something more comprehensive than it is. Like,
I showed Noah a piece of it this morning because I'm still entertaining whether or not I should do a response, because there's so much like unfettered Hasbara in it.
Well, it's like a combination of that plus like what you were saying, like inventive ways to take you out of context. Increasingly inventive ways to take you out of context.
Like one of my favorite ones is when he's like, I'm an easily tricked adult, and Hasan actually tricked me into believing that he didn't have radical opinions. And then
Hasan's commentary on liberals being able to be manipulated. What if that means that
he was easily manipulated?
Was tricking me. He pulled up, he got an ice cream truck.
Yeah.
He put on the music. He came to my block.
He's like,
he played the ice cream song and there was no ice cream.
Yeah, he's like, I'm a 40-year-old adult who is the stupidest person you've ever met. But of course, that's also not even correct, because like it's not stupidity. He is nefarious, because he deliberately cut the podcast interview that he did with me in a way to make it seem as though I was telling him like, oh, I just love I just want things to be like Norway. Okay. And in that conversation behind me, as always, is a USSR Ushanka and a Matryoshka doll of Vladimir Ilyich Lenin in broad display. Okay, you can clearly see it. What did Ethan do when he was retelling this conversation that took place? He cut it. He cut it from the frame, because even he realized that would look really stupid.
He's lying about, he never represented himself as a radical. He never represented himself as like a radical. But let me just make sure that this Lenin thing, which by the way will remain in the frame to other clips I cut to in this video. Let's make sure that one stays out of frame for this, because that would really make me look fucking stupid if I continued to say that Hasan was misrepresenting that he thought that he was something radical, and there was like a giant thing of Lenin just to the right of his head. That might make me look like a fucking dumbass.
It undercuts his point.
I don't know.
Which is ironic, because if you go back to that podcast from like however many years ago, from 2021, the reason why I had a conversation with him before we even started the Leftovers podcast together, where I very clearly explained to him my political positions a million times over, was because I said America deserved. That entire conversation revolves around me describing to him the concept of blowback.
Here's the look. Having like seen a bit of it, like my impression of it is that like, because like the narrative arc of like Hasan is like master deceiver, like it doesn't really make sense. It does seem to me that instead like what it is like an attempt to like retcon a reason that Ethan doesn't like you now. Like it's not, it's like, it's a coming up with something that wasn't there, that has to be like an explanation for how you got into, how you made everybody really upset about how you made everybody call, like say Zionist as a slur or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that all of this is your fault that you have slowly but surely used to infect both your listeners and also the people you've duped into being, it's a fucking conspiracy that you've run. It's a multi-year game. Tom Ripley over here.
Yeah, no, it's funny. Like one of my favorite things that haters of mine do is when they will like go and find something that I've said on a podcast or even on my own broadcast and go, ooh, look, he's admitting that he comes from an affluent background. We found we found a secret thing about Hasan. And it's like, hey, dumbass, I said it out loud on a fucking podcast. How can your argument simultaneously be that I'm sheltering the truth from the public while it's something that I've openly stated on a fucking podcast and on numerous other occasions as well? Like, it's crazy. Anyway, didn't y'all do a socialism versus capitalism debate on your podcast? That is still up? Yeah, I know. He still fucking monetizes the Leftovers podcast videos. Yeah, he still hosts them.
That's really funny.
Yeah, he still hosts them. Anyway,